Today marks the start of the third and final school term of the academic year 2025, with the students across the country reporting back to class. But for members of the Uganda National Teachers Union, the day was chosen to launch a strike, citing unequal pay between arts and science teachers. UNATU's Deputy Secretary General, Dulu Gaboni Philip, said the government has consistently failed to honor its promises, leaving teachers no choice but to take action.
Today, 15th September, we took a decision of laying down our tools. This has been as a result of the government continued silence on a UNATU demand for salary enhancement. Despite the disparities, we demanded for equal pay, demanded for equity and fairness, and the government did not listen. And therefore, we are saying this is the time for us to come up and speak volumes. You are quite aware, in 2022, we suspended this industrial action to allow room for negotiation with the government. Despite our efforts to have, through formal letters and requests for audience with the government remained silent. And this is the main reason why we are saying, since they never allow us to have negotiation, it is the time for us to come up and demand for what is due.
Currently, an arts teacher with a diploma earns between 521,500 shillings and 548,800 shillings, compared to a science teacher at the same level who takes home about 1.54 million Ugandan shillings. Last week, while addressing teachers in Greater Mbarara Tungamo, President Museveni acknowledged the disparities, but insisted pay rises would be gradual and the arts teachers' cry would be settled.
So why don't we agree and we start with the scientists? Because they are few, they are not so many, but we need them now. Arts, I am a person of arts myself. I'm literature and political science and history. But now we don't need poetry now. It's not that we don't want to pay all the others well. So therefore, I'm glad that eventually you seem to have understood and we are moving systematically. You will be paid. The arts people will be added on.
Mr. Dulga insists UNATU wants fairness through a uniform salary structure, recalling how in 2022 they suspended an earlier strike in hopes of dialogue that never came.
All teachers who do not belong to the other category of the 300% salary enhancement that was done in 2022-2023 financial year, we call upon you to stay home, stay away from school. This is a peaceful demonstration. We don't succumb to intimidation, violence. Therefore, remain home. In case of any challenge, we have our structures report all cases of incidences of harassment, intimidation.
In Kabale district, the strike was fully enforced. A spot check by our reporter at Junction Primary School, Kabale Parent School and Chikonjere Primary School revealed that very few learners were present, with no teachers to attend to them. Pupils were seen either sitting idly in classrooms, trying to teach themselves, or playing in the school compounds. Edson Akanyijuka, the head teacher of Junction Primary School, said the teacher's absence to salary disparities, adding that the turnout of learners was also low.
The situation of the school is not so far so bad, but out of 14 teachers, 2 reported. But as you have been seeing, the school is calm because we are using the private teachers.
Have those private teachers also returned, or they are also not yet here?
They all returned it.
At Kabale Parent School, Deputy Head Teacher Susan Asimi warned that the strike would negatively affect learners' academic performance, especially candidates preparing for their final examinations. UNATU Kabale Municipality Chairperson Geoffrey Bainomjisha urged parents and other stakeholders to support the teachers' cause, stressing that the welfare of the teachers directly impacts the happiness and performance of learners. Since 2022, arts teachers have consistently pressed for pay equality with their science colleagues, but the government has remained silent, fueling frustrations now boiling over into renewed industrial action.
Our demand is very clear. We demand for equity and fairness. The government has set the precedent of 300% salary enhancement. That's what we are demanding for all categories of teachers who never benefited from that increment. And therefore, we don't want this salary disparity. And therefore, how long it will take will depend on the government response. If they respond today, there is no problem with that. We shall see what to do.
As the third term begins with mixed classroom attendance, UNATU insists the strike will continue until government addresses the pay disparities once and for all.